The views and opinions expressed in this podcast represent the official stance of Partners for Affordable and Reliable Energy or PARE and are intended to provide educational and informational insights on energy-related topics. While we strive for accuracy, transparency, and fairness, viewers are encouraged to further research and engage in discussions to enhance their understanding. Viewer discretion is advised.
Itong issue ng brownout, hindi lamang social issue on the lack of power. It already affects everything from the economy of the municipality, from the quality of the daily lives of our consumers, our students, our patients, doctors, our businessmen. Ganito po yung impact ng frequent brownouts. Partners for Affordable and Reliable Energy is a coalition of consumers and energy stakeholders nationwide. So meron tayo from volunteers from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. PARE was established in 2022. What we are doing is we are monitoring electric cooperatives to make sure that they are following their mandate. We are pushing for a more affordable and reliable energy in the electric cooperative area. Now, nabuo tayo kasi maraming mga consumers ang nahihirapan dahil sobrang mahal na presyo ng kuryente at pangit na serbisyo ng ating mga electric cooperatives. Now, don't get me wrong, not all electric cooperatives are actually non-performing. There are a lot of electric cooperatives who are performing. In PARE, what we do is we monitor electric cooperatives, collaborate with them, create solutions, and dapat meron tayong consumer involvement. At the end of the day, ang electric cooperatives, ang tunay na nagmamay-ari ng electric cooperatives are still the member consumer owners. PARE has 4 key pillars when it comes to monitoring our electric cooperatives. Number 1, it should be consumer-centered. Mga polisiya, mga programa nila should be developed and created for the member consumer owners and not for the owners or the board of directors or its management. Second, we also push for transparency and accountability, that electric cooperatives should be transparent in their power supply agreements, in their policies, and in creating their decisions. We also are looking on accountability, that they should be accountable for every decision that they make. Thirdly, we always push for service efficiency in our electric cooperatives. Dito naman tayo nabuo, Gusto natin ang ating mga electric cooperatives, nagtratrabaho sila para pagandahin ang supply ng kuryente sa kanilang franchise area. And lastly, gusto natin ng consumer participation, na sana ang ating mga consumers ay hindi lamang attendance ang kailangan sa AGMA or in the Annual General Assembly, Dapat we are engaged with the decision makings and we are also part dun sa ating policy making sa ating electric cooperatives. Hindi pwede na mga consumers ay hanggang raffle na lang. Okay? So gusto po natin na ang mga boses ng ating mga consumers ay pinapakinggan din ng ating mga electric cooperatives. Dahil pag naririnig nila ang boses ng ating mga consumers, ibig sabihin that we are creating an electric cooperative who has fair pricing and who is actually looking for the least cost manner of power supply for our consumers. Tandaan po natin, for every average Filipino, yung ating sahod, okay, kung ikaw ay minimum wage, saktong-sakto lang yan. So ang gusto sana natin is, dahil maliit na nga yung sahod, mahal ang mga bilihin, ay magawan natin ng paraan na tayo ay magkaroon ng murang presyo ng kuryente para yung ating budget, para sa pagkain, para sa renta, para sa pag-aaral ng ating mga anak at sa iba't ibang bagay pa, hindi na nakakaapekto yung mahal na presyo ng kuryente at umaagaw pa sa budget na ginagawa natin. Okay, so ang ating 4 key pillars in PARE ay number 1 is consumer-centered governance in our electric cooperative. Number 2 is transparency and accountability. And number 3, service efficiency. At yung panghuli is consumer participation in order for us to have fair pricing and the least cost. There are 4 major problems and common problems that we are actually monitoring in different electric cooperatives. Number 1 is the lack of transparency. Sa kanilang mga ginagawa na power supply agreements, there is lack of transparency. And because of the lack of transparency, napapamahal ang presyo ng kuryente. So hindi po natin alam paano nga ba nila binibili itong kanilang supply. There are also issues that they are only favoring one common supplier. And because of this, pag hindi nasusunod ng tama ang proseso na katulad ng competitive selection process, and there is lack of transparency dito ngayon, na ang mga iba't ibang mga electric cooperatives, minsan medyo mas mahal ang kanilang presyo compared sa kanilang competitors or the other electric cooperatives. Number 2 is service efficiency. There are some electric cooperatives na talagang very poor ang kanilang serbisyo. Pag nagreklamo ang customer or ang ating mga consumer, hindi nila alam kung saan sila pupunta. Minsan naman, dahil inefficient yung ating electric cooperatives, laging brownout. Masyadong maraming brownout. There is a specific number of brownouts na pinapayagan lamang ng ating ERC in 1 year. So, using the SAIDI and the SAIFI index, dito natin binabase kung ilan ang dapat na brownouts or power outages ang nararapat o pinapayagan ng ating Energy Regulatory Commission. So unfortunately, maraming mga electric cooperatives that fail to follow their mandate on this because of inefficiency. So yun yung gusto po sana natin. We are monitoring that. We hope that 100% of our electric cooperatives would be consumer-centered and be efficient para mas mura ang ating kuryente, para mas maayos ang ating reliability, para wala ng brownout. Pangatlo na ating minomonitor ay yung overpricing. There are times na nagkakaroon ng overpricing o overcollection. May mga ibang electric cooperatives na minsan hindi calibrated yung kanilang metro. So, consumers are suffering because of overpricing or overcollection. And this is across the Philippines, hindi lang po in some certain areas. And this actually is very, very disturbing because the mandate of electric cooperatives, which is owned by the member consumer owners, should be to protect the consumer's welfare. And lastly, we are also monitoring frequent brownouts. Dahil pag masyadong maraming brownouts sa isang lugar, apektado po lahat. Apektado ang mga ospital. Paano na yung mga gamot that are being stored by hospitals? Paano na yung mga pasyente sa ospital? Imagine mo kung ikaw meron kang patient sa bahay. Kung yung tatay o yung nanay ay nasa bahay, may sakit, tapos sobrang init, kahit electric fan man lang hindi mo ma-on. Yung ating business sector ay nahihirapan din. Just because of brownouts, frequent brownouts, nahihirapan yung ating mga business sector na makabawi. So it affects the economy of the city or the municipality. Pag etong ating mga negosyante ay hindi sila mag-ooperate, if they stop operation, what happens now is even the workers are affected. Wala silang sahod, wala ngayon silang maipapakain sa kanilang mga pamilya. And frequent brownouts also affect the education of our youth. Pag walang ilaw sa school at sa mga areas na sobrang init, they need to cancel classes. Why? Baka naman ma-heat stroke yung ating mga bata. So you see, itong issue ng brownout, hindi lamang social issue on the lack of power. It already affects everything from the economy of the municipality, from the quality of the daily lives of our consumers, our students, our patients, doctors, our businessmen. Ganito po yung impact ng frequent brownouts. So, apat, okay? There are 4 areas that we are monitoring right now across all electric cooperatives. Number 1 is the lack of transparency. Number 2 is the frequent brownouts. Number 3 is overpricing. And number 4 is the failure of electric cooperatives to follow their mandate. Now, how should electric cooperatives improve transparency? They could improve transparency just by following the law. Pagsunod sa ating mga energy laws katulad ng IPIRA, pagsunod sa mga mandato ng NEA, at pagsunod sa mandato ng ERC. Sa atin pong pagbili ng kuryente, meron po tayong power supply agreement na kapag tayo ay bumili o we contract power from our generation companies, it needs to follow the competitive selection process o yung CSP na tinatawag natin. Ngayon, etong ating CSP, parang bidding po yan. Dapat meron tayong at least 2 na magbibid para dun sa kontrata na yon. At dapat fair po yan. Dapat rin po kasama ang mga consumers pag merong mga bidding process na ganito. Because of consumer participation, we now can ensure transparency and accountability. NEA, or the National Electrification Administration, is the one in charge for our electric cooperatives. Kumbaga sila ang pulis ng ating electric cooperatives. They are the office, the government office in charge to help our electric cooperatives in terms of financial stability and technical aspect. So kung sakaling merong hindi alam ang ating mga electric cooperatives, pwede nilang tanungin si NEA. They could ask NEA for financial support and technical support. NEA is also in charge doon sa performance assessment ng ating electric cooperatives. So NEA set a parameter wherein they assess our electric cooperatives. Now yung question mo no, na how effective is the parameters of NEA in assessing our electric cooperatives? With our research, sa ating paglalakbay at sa ating pakikipag-usap sa ating consumers, nalaman natin that there are some electric cooperatives that are categorized as AA, AAA, and green. Ibig sabihin, they are compliant to the 7 parameters of NEA. Ibig sabihin, they are well-performing. So ang gandang pakinggan yung evaluation ni NEA. Unfortunately, etong ating member consumer owners have different experiences. So in the grassroots, when you go to that municipality, there are frequent brownouts. Mahal ang kanilang presyo ng kuryente compared sa kalapit na bayan o municipality. So the question is, if NEA says they are compliant, but then consumers says that they are having frequent brownouts, they are having high rates in electricity, paano natin masasabi na effective yung parameters ni NEA? So, along with our volunteers nationwide and in collaboration with other consumer organization advocates, we are calling out a more transparent, a more comprehensive parameters in evaluating or assessing our electric cooperatives. Maybe they should also include consumers' insights and consumers' experience in evaluating our electric cooperatives. Kasi nga sinasabi ni NEA, compliant naman siya sa ating standard. Pero sinasabi naman ni consumer, wait lang, halos Monday to Sunday we are experiencing brownout. And worst of all, brownout na nga, mahal pa ang kuryente. So eto po, we are asking NEA, we are urging NEA, and we are hoping for a more transparent and more comprehensive performance evaluation parameters. IPIRA was created for the reason that it should lower down the cost of power and it should provide the Philippines a better, reliable energy sector. Unfortunately, since ginawa ang IPIRA ng 2001, hanggang ngayon, pataas ng pataas ang presyo ng kuryente. So it seems that IPIRA is not working. And also, if we look at it, the full implementation of IPIRA was not also followed. Dapat i-amend natin ang IPIRA that it would adapt to the needs of our consumers in the present because it was already drafted 20 years ago. And maybe during that time, effective siya. But for now, the IPIRA defeats its purpose. The framers of IPIRA, those that created IPIRA, wanted to have lower electricity rates. But until now, ang ating electricity rates pataas ng pataas ng pataas. So what are the amendments that PARE is introducing for IPIRA? Number one is increase consumer participation. Currently, the participation of consumers ay on public consultation. So during public consultation, pag may bagong policy na ilalabas si Department of Energy, andyan si consumer. But more than that, consumer participation needs to happen, stronger consumer participation needs to happen in our regulators. We need to have an ex officio member in our regulators like the Energy Regulatory Commission. Dapat meron tayong consumer na nagre-represent para pagka gumawa tayo ng polisiya, we make sure that it is consumer-centered. We make sure that it is really for the welfare of consumers. It needs to happen because we need to prioritize consumers over profits. Okay? Consumers over companies. Consumers over self-interest. Number two, we also need a stronger oversight. True enough that etong mga ating energy companies that would violate the IPIRA law would be fined. But imagine, ikaw ang dahilan ng massive brownout ng isang municipality. Pero ang iyong penalty is 15 million. What is 15 million if you are actually making 1 to 2 billion a month? So we need to align now the penalties, the stronger oversight, giving ERC the power, giving Congress the power to actually monitor and punish the violators of IPIRA. Sa ngayon, sobrang baba ang penalties natin na sana itaas natin yung ating penalty. Pangatlo, amendment also on the cross-ownership. Ibig sabihin ng cross-ownership, ikaw na nga ay isang private utility distributor and at the same time, ikaw din ang owner ng power generation. So kung ikaw ang may-ari ng power plant, ikaw rin ang may-ari kung saan magsusupply, ang nangyayari dyan is this utility distributor is always favoring yung kanyang sister company or yung kanyang sariling planta. At pag ganito ang nangyari, mas mahal ang presyo ng kuryente. Sino ang kawawa? It's always the consumer are at the loss. Laging tayong mga consumer ang talo sa mga ganitong setup. So these are some of the amendments that we would like to see. And we are hoping that Congress and Senate would hear the voice of the people in order for us to have a more progressive energy sector. Consumers' participation should not be only in complaints. So kung sakali, in your area, your electric cooperative is non-performing, what you could do is you could actually contact us, message us, let's collaborate, and let's try to discuss it with our electric cooperative kung ano nga ba ang solusyon dun sa problema. Whether the problem is frequent brownouts, whether the problem is on expensive electricity rates, or the problem is power surge. Ano pa nga ba yung power surge? Yung power surge yung biglang 5 seconds, biglang mawawala yung kuryente, tapos biglang babalik. So anong nangyayari pag ganito? Ang nangyayari is nasisira yung ating mga appliances, yung ref ninyo, yung inyong television, and other appliances. Worst case scenario is for businessmen because they have million worth of investment sa kanilang equipments. And if there are a lot of power surges, it means that their equipment has a high risk of being destroyed. So what can you do? First, please like and share etong ating page, Partners for Affordable and Reliable Energy, as well as yung ating podcast, which is Power Talks by Pare. You can find it in YouTube. So by sharing our contents, by sharing these educational materials, consumers now can be more informed, could be more knowledgeable in making decisions. What you can also do is you could also write a letter to your electric cooperative and demand that they answer your inquiries or your questions. Remember, Pare and the consumers are here not as enemies, but we are here to create collaborative solutions. Pare's long-term vision for electric cooperatives is that we have 100% electrification across the Philippines, in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and not only in the NCR region. It is also our vision that we could have a good collaboration between member, consumer, owners, and our electric cooperatives to create a more progressive energy sector that is really consumer-centered and not profit-centered.